all begins with a simple click. The promise is enticing: no interest, no stress, pay later. Suddenly, you're holding a new pair of shoes or a phone upgrade, and it feels harmless, almost like free money. The ease of the process makes it seem like there's nothing to worry about, but beneath that convenience lies a subtle trap. The feeling of freedom is seductive, but it's only the start of a journey that can quietly lead to financial stress. Let's explore how buy now, pay later works and why it's so easy to fall into its cycle. A now pay later turns one purchase into a series of small invisible payments. $25 today, 25 later, and before you know it, you've lost track of how many later payments you've agreed to. This fragmentation makes it easy to underestimate the total debt you're accumulating. The process feels manageable at first, but the reality is that these small commitments can quickly add up, spreading across your future income and creating a web of obligations that's hard to escape. Your brain doesn't register debt, it registers affordability. When payments are broken down into smaller amounts, everything feels cheaper in the moment. This psychological trick encourages you to buy more because nothing seems expensive right now. The pain of spending is removed, making it easier to say yes to more purchases. But this illusion of affordability is what makes buy now, pay later so dangerous. It's not just about what you buy, it's about how you perceive the cost. Let's take Io as an example. He starts with sneakers, then moves on to headphones, and finally upgrades his phone. Each purchase feels easy and manageable. The process is seamless and the payments are small enough to feel insignificant. But as Io continues to use buy now, pay later, he doesn't realize how quickly his commitments are multiplying. What started as a few simple purchases soon becomes a complex web of payments. One day, Io finds himself not paying just one bill but managing 6. Each bill has a different due date, comes from a different app, and requires a different reminder. The complexity grows and the risk of missing a payment increases. One missed payment leads to a fee and then another. Suddenly, what felt like freedom has quietly become pressure. The stress builds as the number of obligations grows. Sense of freedom that buy now, pay later offers quickly turns into pressure. As the number of bills increases, so does the stress. The convenience of spreading payments over time becomes a burden when you're juggling multiple obligations. The reality is that fragmented debt can sneak up on you, making it harder to keep track of what you owe and when you owe it. This shift from freedom to pressure is a common experience for many users. Hidden psychology behind buy now, pay later is that it removes the pain of spending. When spending stops hurting, control weakens. You don't feel the consequences until they stack up. This psychological shift makes it easier to overspend and harder to maintain control over your finances. The consequences are delayed, and by the time you realize the impact, it's often too late to reverse the damage. What looks like convenience is actually fragmented debt. Small commitments spread across your future income, making it harder to see the full picture. Each installment feels manageable, but together they create a significant financial burden. The fragmentation makes it easy to lose track of your total debt, and the risk of overspending increases as you take on more commitments. Here's the truth that buy now, pay later hides. Small payments still become big debt. Easy approval encourages overspending, and interest-free doesn't mean risk-free. If you need multiple installments to afford something, you're already stretching your limits. The risks are real and the consequences can be significant if you're not careful. Understanding these truths is essential to making informed financial decisions. Buy now, pay later platforms often offer easy approval, making it tempting to make more purchases. This accessibility can encourage overspending, especially when the payments are small and spread out. The risk is that you may not realize how much you're committing to until the bills start piling up. Easy approval doesn't mean you're safe from financial consequences, it just makes it easier to fall into debt. Promise of interest-free payments can be misleading. While you may not pay interest up front, there are still risks involved. Missed payments can lead to fees, and the overall debt can grow quickly if you're not careful. The illusion of risk-free spending makes it easier to justify purchases, but the reality is that you're still taking on financial obligations that can impact your future. If you need multiple installments to afford a purchase, you're already stretching your financial limits. This approach can lead to overspending and increased debt, especially if you're not keeping track of your commitments. The temptation to buy more is strong, but it's important to recognize when you're pushing beyond what you can comfortably afford. Buy now, pay later isn't inherently bad. The real issue is impulse. The platforms provide a convenient way to manage payments, but it's up to you to use them responsibly. The most dangerous debt isn't the one you see, it's the one you forget you're carrying. Recognizing this distinction is key to maintaining control over your finances. Most dangerous debt is the one you don't see. It's easy to forget about small payments, especially when they're spread across multiple purchases and platforms. This invisibility makes it harder to keep track of your obligations and increases the risk of financial stress. Staying aware of your total debt is essential to avoiding unexpected consequences. Before you tap pay later, ask yourself one important question: am I buying this or borrowing from my future self? Every installment is a commitment against your future income. It's easy to overlook the impact, but each payment reduces your financial flexibility down the line. Being mindful of this can help you make smarter decisions. Freedom isn't the ability to buy anything you want. True freedom is the ability to owe nothing. When you're not burdened by debt, you have more control over your finances and your future. This shift in perspective is crucial for making responsible financial choices and avoiding the pitfalls of buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later cycle often starts with excitement. The ability to get what you want immediately without paying the full price up front is appealing. But as the cycle continues, the excitement fades and the reality of multiple payments sets in. Understanding how this cycle works can help you break free from it before it becomes a problem. Impulse purchases are a major driver of buy now, pay later usage. The ease of approval and the promise of small payments make it tempting to buy things you don't really need. Recognizing the role of impulse in your spending habits is the first step toward regaining control and avoiding unnecessary debt. One of the biggest risks of buy now, pay later is the delayed consequences. You don't feel the impact of your spending until the bills start arriving. By then, it's often too late to reverse the damage. Staying aware of the long-term effects of your purchases is essential to maintaining financial health. Managing payments across multiple platforms adds complexity to your financial life. Each platform has its own reminders, due dates, and terms. This fragmentation makes it harder to keep track of your obligations and increases the risk of missing payments. Simplifying your payment structure can help reduce stress and improve financial control. Missed payments are a common consequence of fragmented debt. Each missed payment leads to fees and additional stress. The more commitments you have, the harder it becomes to stay on top of them. Setting up reminders and staying organized can help minimize the risk of missed payments and keep your finances on track. Fees can accumulate quickly when payments are missed. Each fee adds to your total debt, making it harder to pay off what you owe. The risk of fee accumulation is high when you're managing multiple commitments. Staying vigilant and avoiding missed payments is essential to keeping your debt under control. As fees and payments accumulate, the pressure builds. What started as a feeling of freedom quickly turns into stress and anxiety. The burden of debt can impact your mental health and overall well-being. Recognizing the signs of financial pressure early can help you take action before it becomes overwhelming. The loss of control is a common outcome of fragmented debt. When you're juggling multiple payments and obligations, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Regaining control requires awareness and discipline. Taking steps to simplify your finances can help restore a sense of control and reduce stress. Buy now, pay later platforms encourage overspending by making purchases feel affordable. The ease of approval and small payments make it tempting to buy more than you need. Recognizing this tendency can help you make more mindful decisions and avoid unnecessary debt. The myth of risk-free spending is a powerful motivator. While buy now, pay later may not charge interest, the risks are still present. Missed payments, fees, and accumulated debt can all impact your financial health. Understanding the true risks is essential to making informed choices. Stretching your finances to accommodate multiple installments can lead to trouble. The temptation to buy more is strong, but it's important to recognize when you're reaching your limits. Staying within your means is the best way to avoid debt and maintain financial stability. Impulse control is the key to avoiding the pitfalls of buy now, pay later. The platforms are designed to make spending easy, but it's up to you to resist the temptation. Developing strong impulse control can help you make better financial decisions and avoid unnecessary debt. Hidden debt is a major risk of buy now, pay later. When payments are spread across multiple purchases and platforms, it's easy to lose track of what you owe. Staying aware of your total debt is essential to avoiding unexpected consequences and maintaining financial health. Every buy now, pay later purchase is a commitment against your future income. It's easy to overlook the impact, but each payment reduces your financial flexibility. Being mindful of your future commitments can help you make smarter decisions and avoid unnecessary debt. Financial mindfulness is essential to avoiding the pitfalls of buy now, pay later. Being aware of your spending habits, commitments, and total debt can help you make better decisions. Practicing mindfulness can reduce stress and improve your overall financial health. True freedom is the ability to owe nothing. When you're not burdened by debt, you have more control over your finances and your future. This perspective shift is crucial for making responsible financial choices and avoiding the pitfalls of buy now, pay later. Breaking the buy now, pay later cycle requires awareness and discipline. Recognizing the risks and staying mindful of your commitments can help you regain control. Taking proactive steps to simplify your finances and avoid unnecessary debt is the best way to break free from the cycle. Making smart financial decisions is essential to avoiding the pitfalls of buy now, pay later. Being aware of your spending habits, commitments, and total debt can help you make better choices. Practicing financial discipline and mindfulness can reduce stress and improve your overall financial health. Regaining control over your finances requires awareness and discipline. Taking steps to simplify your payment structure and avoid unnecessary debt can help restore a sense of control. Staying organized and mindful of your commitments is essential to maintaining financial health. Avoiding the pitfalls of buy now, pay later requires mindfulness and discipline. Recognizing the risks and staying aware of your commitments can help you make better decisions. Practicing financial discipline and staying organized can reduce stress and improve your overall financial health. Simplifying your finances can help reduce stress and improve control. Managing fewer commitments and staying organized can make it easier to keep track of your obligations. Taking proactive steps to simplify your payment structure is essential to maintaining financial health. Mindful spending is the key to avoiding unnecessary debt. Being aware of your spending habits and commitments can help you make better decisions. Practicing mindfulness and discipline can reduce stress and improve your overall financial health. Maintaining financial health requires awareness, discipline, and mindfulness. Staying organized and avoiding unnecessary debt can help you stay on track. Practicing financial discipline and making smart decisions is essential to maintaining financial health. Living debt-free is the ultimate goal. When you're not burdened by debt, you have more control over your finances and your future. Practicing financial discipline and mindfulness can help you achieve debt-free living and maintain financial health. The long-term impact of buy now, pay later can be significant. Accumulated debt, missed payments, and fees can all affect your financial health. Staying aware of the long-term effects of your purchases is essential to maintaining financial stability and avoiding unnecessary debt. Financial stability requires awareness, discipline, and mindfulness. Staying organized and avoiding unnecessary debt can help you maintain stability. Practicing financial discipline and making smart decisions is essential to maintaining financial health. Making smart choices is essential to avoiding the pitfalls of buy now, pay later. Being aware of your spending habits, commitments, and total debt can help you make better decisions. Practicing financial discipline and mindfulness can reduce stress and improve your overall financial health. The ability to owe nothing is true freedom. When you're not burdened by debt, you have more control over your finances and your future. Practicing financial discipline and mindfulness can help you achieve debt-free living and maintain financial health. As you consider your next purchase, remember that buy now, pay later isn't the enemy. Impulse is. The most dangerous debt isn't the one you see, but the one you forget you're carrying. Before you tap pay later, ask yourself if you're buying this or borrowing from your future self. True freedom is the ability to owe nothing and live without the burden of debt. Make mindful choices and protect your financial future.